Good morning. The only thing brewing today, fresh pot of coffee. Now, being a bloke, I'm not really big on cooking. Never have been, never will be. But there are a few things that I do enjoy making. And one of them is a thing called Bannock bread. And it is so simple, even I can cook it or bake it, which is saying something. All you need is a very few basic ingredients. It's normal household plain flour. You don't need self-rising, you don't need yeast to make this bread. You need some ordinary household sugar, magic ingredient baking powder, a little pinch of salt, water, milk. You can use milk powder, there's all sorts of things, there's also different ways you can mix this. It's a great camping food because you can dry mix this, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then when you're on campsite or out camping you can just add water to it, make a consistency and literally bake it in a cast iron pan or pot on your open fire or on your stove. I'm going to use some sultanas and some walnuts, just crush them up in the mix and just add the water to you can just make a doughy consistency. Pop it in a tray. You don't need anything flashy. I'm going to use a loaf tin because I've got one, but I've just put them on a baking tray with a light coating of oil, and you just want a little skewer, kebab skewer stick just to poke into the bread as it's cooking, just so you can see the inside is still a little bit doughy. Then you just leave it a little bit longer. It is sort of really play by ear. I do it around sort of 200, 220 degrees C on our oven, which is a little bit random at the minute because I've had to put another thermostat in it and it ain't happy anymore. But we might lose the lights because the oven doesn't take the electric out every so often. So I'm gonna get ready then. Right, so it's just 2 cups of flour. Just got an ordinary measuring cup. A couple of those. Mix that in. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Two of sugar. And a pinch of salt. Not a big lover of salt anyway. Anything I have salt on, being English, is chips. Salt and vinegar on chips. And we'll just mix that together. Get it all blended in. And then basically whatever ingredients you want to put in it. If you've got glazed cherries and walnuts, you can put them in. Sultanas, currants, pretty much anything you'd find in a normal loaf of bread or a cake. I haven't tried much, but I suppose you could do orange peel and lemon rind, anything you want. There's no rules. So simple. I mean, there's only a couple of cups of flour. Basically you add these to however you like. Just keep mixing them around. I tend to find you need to put in more than you think to get an even spread. I haven't found there's a problem with the currants and nuts all sinking to the bottom like you do sometimes if you're making a cake. I'm going to crush me nuts. Didn't feel a thing. Need a few more. Must be getting weak in the old age. I can't open the pack. There we go. I'll put this in the blooper reel. Till those fails, kill it. Trouble with these is, I could put the whole pack in there. Okay. If I'd had a webcam, I could have done this live on JTV, you know. Right, just need to add some water in now. Do it a little bit at a time so you don't end up with a sloppy consistency that you can't use. And if you do muck it up, obviously you just got to put a little bit more flour in, not too much though. Just get quite hard on your hands with a small teaspoon or tablespoon even, mixing this in. Some recipes call for adding an egg. I think I have done one before with an egg. I didn't really notice any difference. Make sure you get right around the bottom to get all the flour off the bottom. There's no starting to thicken up. You have to just go a little bit easy on the water so you don't overdo it. It's looking pretty good. Make sure we've got everything off the bottom. Right, that's the sort of consistency you're looking for. Okay. You don't need to leave it to sit with a damp cloth over it like you do with conventional bread. To let it rise. It will start to firm up fairly quickly in the oven with the heat. So I'm going to dole it out into a bowl. Right, well we've spread it out into a Pyrex dish. Just a light little coating of veg oil around the outside and that's ready to go. Now we'll just let you see the luxury of my knackered oven. Yeah. And she's good to go. Right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll cut back in a few seconds for you once it's done. And wow, there's 90% water and we've just mixed water and this, and I happen to have one of these, so I wonder if beer Bannock bread. See you in a minute. essential ingredients. Well, she's all mixed in again. Time to dole her into another pot. Looking good, guys. Well, there she is. In for number 2. Just check on that first one. Okay, so you have to play it by ear time-wise, or I do anyway, because the oven keeps turning off, and I'm not entirely sure if it's at 200 or 220. So you just need to use a little kebab skewer, or if you've got a metal meat skewer, just keep popping it in and see when it's gone off. So we'll go and have a look now. I've just had a final check. The other one's still in. And there we go. Nice. Right. Ready for the pudding, as they say. The tasting. Wow. If only we had smelly tube. Well, it looks more like a Bannock cake, but she's come out good. Now, tradition has it, it is actually unlucky to cut Bannock to start with. You should always break the bread and not cut it. So I will just break a little bit open. You can see the steam still rising off of it. Smells great. That's better. Dab of butter on it. Get some butter melted in there. Nice. A little bit crunchy because it's thin. It's not a lot of depth to it. As you can see, she's nice and moist. Oh, just that bare one to come back then too. Okay folks, I think it's about time to check this last one. As you can see, they do raise a little bit. Looking good. It smells even better. In fact, I'm sure it smells a little bit like malt. Like when you've just put your kit in your fermenter and all that steam was coming in. It smells very, very similar to that. Right, let's see if we can get it out of the tin. Bang, there we go. One Bannock loaf. Sorry, bare Bannock loaf. Sorry folks, but I'm going to break with tradition. Now, rather than crush the top, the crust, turn it upside down. That way I don't end up with a squashed loaf of bread. Oh, she looks good now. Yeah, nice big walnut. You can see you get. Oh, scrubby. Well, that's my dinner sorted. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little cooking excursion from a change from the brews. Give this one a go, Brett. I know you're eight. I know you will. I'm going to try and taste the beer. Maybe I should use a stronger one. Maybe one of those chocolate porters would have been nice. Okay guys, please, if you like it, subscribe, click the like button. If you don't, go and watch something else you do like. See you guys.